What's up everyone, Ben here from Catch Pro. I thought I'd give everyone a look at what we're using in our business at the moment, backpack blower wise. So we have the Bushranger BR9000. We do also run a Shindewa EB803 or something like that. That's it's getting pretty on now. It's probably 6 or 7 years old. They don't actually make that one anymore. So when we spoke to our dealers, they said, why don't you give the Bushranger a run? So they contacted the reps in Brisbane, and they said, yeah, take it, because Bushranger is a new brand for us. And they said, yeah, take it for a strap. And we did use it for a week or two, which I'm not sure is standard or not. But that's why I want to shoot this video, just to let everyone know that we used this for a couple of weeks, and then we just decided to buy it for the business because, we're pretty into it. So I'm going to run you over a few features of the unit. So one thing that I noticed that was fairly important is the air filter system. So I've taken this off previously, but it's pretty standard. This is the top on it here. So this is actually how the unit looks. But it's awesome with the air filter up here because it does just keep it up and away out of the dust a little bit. And also on some of the older units that we used to use, that we do sort of run, not that this is the same setup, but the filter cap was over here and it's just a way closer to the engine, and these little screws actually rattled out, and we lost them. So then, we were having to use zip ties and all sorts of stuff to actually hold the filter covers on. But this is nice and good out of the way. It actually keeps it all looking pretty nice and neat. So I'll take this back off, and you got this little sponge protector here, and this is your actual air filter here. And you can see we've been running this for a good couple of months now, and this filter's like schmicko as. My dealer would be stoked to see one of my machines come back with a filter that clean. So really easy to start and operate. There's nothing special about any of this. It's really simplistic, and for us, I love it. You just get down here into your primer bubble. Hopefully you can see it. That's some pretty, so 1, 2, 3 in the morning, flick the choke on, give it a crank, probably 2 cranks as soon as she runs, flick that off, wait 5 or 10 seconds, and she's good to go. So there is no on-off button. This is just a kill switch. So she's ready to roll all the time. You've got your trigger back here as always, and this is sort of like a cruise control, to hold the throttle on if you're absolutely cutting sick out there. I don't tend to use that unless we're really moving a heap of stuff. I usually, it's pretty comfortable just getting on it here. So I do believe when we picked it up, we might have had, this pipe might have had another nozzle on, or maybe there was something else that went over the top of, actually I think it's a silencer, or something that actually helps with the noise. I had to remove it for where we sit it on the trailer. And I believe I was actually supposed to jig something up, and I've kind of just forgot about it. But a little bit different to the other machines that I've run, in the sense that they have a wider pipe here and it goes down to a smaller pipe. And I believe it's I think it acts like an accelerator. So you've got air that travels through a thicker pipe here, and then all of a sudden you have to squeeze all of that through there, which makes it accelerate out. So, and it's a pretty good design. These units are really powerful. 79cc is the spec, and it's actually, I think it's the most powerful unit on the market at the moment, which is great. So price point should be $11.99. Some dealers may do better than that, but that is the price point. And I believe The competitors are roughly the same price. That's all pretty competitive pricing. Some other features on this blower, I'll just might just pull it down. Okay, so going back to the rear of the unit, now that I got this off the table, you've got the back straps here, and then you have this awesome comfy pad back here, and I don't know if that's, I mean, I'm assuming it would be replaceable, because I'd have to look into that, but you can imagine when these things are on the rigs and different dudes are using it, and they, you know, over time they get thrashed. I know that we've had blowers in the past where all the straps have been like they just get thrashed out, but all of that is replaceable when the units start getting old. Another feature that I want to go around to back down here is the anti-vibe, and it's really cool. Like, I don't believe that the older units that we've run, you know, technology's probably come has probably come a long way in 6 or 7 years that we've been running backpack blower units for, but anti-vibe is like really cool, because there's nothing worse when you've got this unit on your back and you know, your whole body's vibrating, and you know, you're dealing with a pretty big thing on there. So man, the fuel capacity in this thing's wicked, eh? So we have had feedback from a different bloke who said that the starter rope itself is like, you know, his words were, it bottoms out, so it's just not as long. I don't think I can, might not be able to show you the full length here while I'm filming, but it's kind of been a non-issue for us, eh? Like, it's, I mean, it starts and it runs. This has been no issue for us. It goes a lot further than this, guys, but that was just one thing that we'd heard. Everything else that we'd heard was really great about it. That was the one negative, and that one negative is, you know, it's been a non-factor for us. We really just haven't noticed that to be an issue. So anyway, we're gonna flick over to some action of this thing in use. Might even show you how we store the unit on our trailer, because I don't know how everyone's storing these things, but look, if you've got an awesome dedicated spot to store it, I know that it really just helps the life of them. A friend of mine used to store his in his car, and then you hop in your car and it smells like fuel and all sorts of stuff like that. So in the next part of the video, we'll have a look at how it's stored on the trailer, and then we'll start it up and let everyone see the power of this thing. Awesome. So this is how I have it, the Bushranger blower stored on my trailer, and as you can see, it just keeps it all nice and neat and tidy without having you know, cables pulling on things and stuff like that. So we'll get this off now and get some demo stuff happening. Okay guys, so part 2 of the vid, this is the demo section. Unfortunately, I've had to create some mess on grass, which is not ideal. I wanted to, it would have been better if I could have shown you blowing some hard areas, but it is what it is. So we're going to do a cold start, and then I'm going to blow. As you can see, I've put a whole heap of leaves and stuff there. I'm just going to blow these away, and that'll give you an idea of the power and what it's like on my back when it's operating. So here we go. So I pump this 3 times, flick up the choke, and after maybe 3 or 4 pulls, she should be running. as we can see, this area is now clean. If we were working in a hard stand area, concrete or whatever, you probably would have seen that stuff move way quicker. But I mean, there was some good sized stuff in there too, like something like this. Boom, no dramas. All right, so that's our look at the Bushranger BR9000, and you can go to your local Bushranger dealer, and hopefully this video has at least shed some light on the unit. And I mean, it's a great unit, so let us know if you get one. Thanks, guys.